Hi, welcome to Galactic Command Tarot. This is a psychic beacon, so if you're watching this and you're a member of Galactic Command, now you can choose to believe that or not. But as it is, you exist in one of two states or conditions, and that is either active or inactive. Now, active means everything I say or do and pull from this ancient Galactic Command Tarot deck will apply to you. Inactive means everything I say or do or pull from the ancient Galactic Command deck will not apply to you. To go from inactive to active, all you have to do is say, of my own free will, I volunteer for service with Galactic Command, and that is it. You are in. All I'm trying to do is to show you how to click on that switch inside you to help you advance forward, to move, to be that light warrior, to be that light being that you would like to accomplish. Okay, now this is the Ancient Galactic Command Tarot deck manifested by Archangel Michael in the presence of the Almighty God. So it talks, and he is a member of Galactic Command. If you this is the first time you ever watched this, Archangel Michael came to Earth. He voluntarily gave up his knowledge of who he was. He was born not with all the glamour or the fanfare like Jesus was. He was just born. He came to prove that the Twinflame Journey could be done. He was born as a baby. He rose up. He went to school, went to high school, did all the things everybody else does. If he smoked, he smoked. If he drank, he drank. If he was bullied, he got bullied. If he was a bully, he got bullied. But all in the end, he became a light worker, then a light warrior, and then he met Galactic Command, and then he found out he was Archangel Michael. He had to deal with that, and then he raised his vibrational frequency to the angelic realm, and that was when he manifested the Ancient Galactic Command Tarot deck. And here it is. So, let's start your reading. Okay, so we just shuffle the deck. Take your left hand, cut it into three like that. I do all this in front of you, so you see what's going on. And this is your reading. Let's see what we got. Two of Wands. Crossroads. And look, you got the 1111. This is actions. So this has to do with the Twinflame Journey. And it's a crossroads. It's not a big decision in that it's something you don't have to worry about. It happens, but it has an impact in the future. It's one of those decisions where you don't see it at this moment, but it affects later on. Now that could be a week from now, it could be a month from now, it could be a year from now, it could be 10 years from now. But it's a small moment, a small decision, something you think about and you possibly do either physically or mentally, and it's part of the Twinflame Journey. And it may seem small. It may seem very small, but it will affect you later on down the road. But don't put too much into it. Think about it. Like I said, it's not a big decision, but it's a decision that will affect you, and only you know what that decision is, because for each individual. It's different depending on where you are on the journey. Some are starting, some are close to the end, some are even at or with their twin flame. You can still use these cards. This is the twin flame journey. The twin flame journey doesn't end when you find your twin flame. That's the beginning of life. And you can still call these up and say, hey, I'd like to have some help. It's still here. I've said this before. These readings apply today, tomorrow, or 1,000,000 years from now, as long as you're a member of Galactic Command. So this is a decision. It's just, there's your confirmation. It's a life decision. 10 of Pentacles. In Galactic Command, this is like the last thing you do, before graduation. Okay, this is like almost like the final exam. Okay, and it's a simple step for them, but if you actually thought about it in human terms, it would be pretty big deal. What they do is they get into their uniform. All they have is their uniform on and their helmet. They don't have any survival gear. It's literally, they walk to an opening of the ship. They stand there with just the bare minimum, nothing survival gear, just a uniform, and they jump. They jump out the door. They float across space, and then they land on another door. The door closes behind them, and they open it up. And it's literally a jump from one spaceship to another. And that's one of the last things they got to do in Galactic Command. So it's like a graduation day. So kind of, to them, it's not a big deal. It may seem so to us, but it also shows the impact of that decision. You see, they can't graduate from their school until they do this last test. And it will affect their future. So like this, it's just something that needs to be done. It doesn't seem like a lot. It may seem like a burden. I mean, if you've never done it before, but you've been trained to do it, or you've become accustomed to it, it's so it's part of the twin flame journey. It's a step, and it's part of what's going to happen in your life. Okay? It'll affect your life at some point. But you'll be okay. Because in the long run, you'll have help. Now, in the original tarot decks, when you see this, it usually seems like there's one guy battling four. But if you look really carefully on the traditional tarot decks, you will actually see, and this is a confirmation of it, that it's actually one person with someone watching his back, protecting him from behind, like the twin flame journey. I've said this before, when you are a partner with somebody, when you find that person that is special to you, you are a partner, and they watch your back. So you won't be alone. The one decision you make will lead you closer to a connection somewhere. Now this is an exercise, just so you know. They're dressed in the blue, so they're good guys, and then they're dressed in this orangish red color, which distinguishes them as the opponent. It's a fencing exercise, with staffs. So, but it shows you how to learn to work with others. You don't hold back, you protect. You watch each other's back. Okay? Pretty straightforward. because love is coming. Love is coming. Look at that. In the background, that's an angel. You can say whichever angel you want. There's a lot of angels in Galactic Command, and there's Christmas angels in Galactic Command. So depending on who you would like to help you. Now, I say this once in a while. If you want, there's two angels that I know that you can ask for help, and it's very easy. And one is Archangel Little Michelle, and that's the second most powerful angel in the universe. Her name literally means Little Michael, after Archangel Michael. And the other one is Archangel Wendy, which is, her name means best friend. And she's best friends of Archangel Michael and of Archangel Little Michelle. Those three pretty much travel together, and they are Christmas angels. Archangel Michael, a lot of people think he's a warrior angel. He is, but he is also a Christmas angel. Now, like I was saying, you can actually ask for a favor from Archangel Little Michelle and Archangel Wendy. And the way you do it is, and this is going to sound kind of funny, Archangel Little Michelle likes Twinkies. She likes pastries, little pies with fillings in them. But her favorite is Twinkies. And Archangel Wendy's is licorice. She especially likes Twizzlers, so she likes licorice. Now, what you do is say, we're just going to use Archangel Little Michelle as an example, okay? What you do is you take a Twinkie or a pastry and you put it on a plate and you put it on your nightstand beside your bed, and you say, Archangel Little Michelle, I would like to ask you a favor, and I have a Twinkie here, and I'm asking you, I'll give you this Twinkie, and here's my favor. And then you put the Twinkie out there, and then you go to sleep. And in the morning, when you wake up, you visualize Archangel Little Michelle, the angel. It's probably easier just to say visualize an angel, and visualize her reaching over, picking up the Twinkie. And as you do it, you pick it up yourself. And you say, I see it going in your hand. And then you take it and you open it up, and you say, I can see you opening it up in your hand. And then you eat it. You eat the Twinkie, you eat the cake, and as you eat it, you're saying, as I'm taking a bite, you're taking a bite, I'm eating it, and you eat it. And as you eat it, the way you eat it and bite it and chew it is the way they eat it and bite it and chew it. And then when you're done, you say thank you, and you get up and you go on about the rest of your business. Same thing with Archangel Wendy. You lay the Twizzler out there, the licorice, and you ask what your favor is, and then you go to sleep. And in the morning, you see her standing there, the angel, and you pick up the licorice, and you see her picking it up the same as you. However you eat it is however she's going to be eating it. And then when you're done, you just get up and you say thank you, and you go about your job. And that's how you ask for a favor from those two angels. So, there's some knowledge there. It's destined. This decision that'll affect your life is destined. It's a small one, but it'll affect your life, and it'll bring love into your life. I can't specifically say what kind of love, but it is a divine love, because the angels are there And it's part of the Twinflame Journey, as we've seen right from here. Queen of Wands. It's a download. This decision, it's a download from Galactic Command. That's why she's standing there. It's a directive. You're getting an operating directive from Galactic Command. Now, I've said this before. Depending on where you are in the Twinflame Journey, you could get one download, or you could get 20 downloads, depending on how far you are. And this is a download. It's a message to make a decision. Okay. There's not much to say other than that, because it's all based on a choice that will help you on the Twinflame Journey. And as I said before, you could have already found your twin flame and be working on, the grand adventure. So, but this decision will affect a point somewhere in the future of your life. Okay, bottom of the deck, the World. The World. Look at that. 5 archangels. Archangel Michael, Archangel Wendy, Archangel Jennifer, Archangel Natalie, Archangel Little Michelle. They disguise themselves as a rock band, and they can appear anywhere on the planet. If you don't know this, this is the time of angels, and this is when angels walk the earth and dispense hope. You may see them anywhere. They can appear anywhere. They appear as human beings. What I'm saying is, like, you could go to McDonald's. We'll use McDonald's as an example. Most people know what McDonald's is. You could go to McDonald's and you could order a hamburger, fries, and a drink and sit down. And 2 girls could walk in, order a hamburger, fries, and sit down and eat. And they could be angels. Now, when Michael, the band, travels, you will see it just like this. 1 guy and 4 girls. Or one male angel and 4 female angels. There is no masculine or feminine. They look just like that. 1 male and 4 females. Chestnut, black with bluish highlights, hair. Archangel Michael, his hair may be blonde, his hair may be brown, his hair may be black. Archangel Michael is a perception. Depending on where you are in the world, he could have red skin, he could have brown skin, he could have white skin. Archangel Michael is a perception. And then you have the next archangel, redhead. Absolutely redhead, green eyes. And blonde. So there you go. And they could be anywhere. They can be anywhere, and this decision will bring you in contact with them someday, at some point in the future. Your paths are you're going to meet them. They may or may not identify themselves, but you're going to meet them. There you go. And it's the World card. Look at that. It is the World card. There you go. And here's something a lot of people don't know about angels. Angels don't say goodbye. They live forever and ever. And in that time, there is a chance they will always meet you again. Maybe once, maybe twice, maybe 100 times. You know, if you're one of them people who believe in reincarnation, they could meet you every single time you reincarnate. You know, but the truth is, they don't say goodbye. They say, I will talk to you later. Which is also how I end this, because that's what they say. So, that's your reading. It applies today, tomorrow, or a million years from now. And as the angels say, good luck, and I will talk to you later.